Hey, beautiful people. Welcome or welcome back. I'm Josie with Awakened Soul, and we're here for a reading about the person on your mind and the connection you share with each other. I'm so glad you're here, and I hope you're having a fabulous day or night whenever you are joining us for today's reading. In our pop-up reading here today, we are going to be unpacking your person's innermost thoughts and feelings about you. So things they may or may not share with you directly. We're talking about the deepest depths in our reading here today. I don't know why I almost couldn't get that out there. The deepest depths of their thoughts and their feelings about you. There we go. So we're going to unpack a lot here today. We're going to get started with the oracle cards as always, and then dive deeper using the tarot. Later on in the reading, we'll also get some channeled messages out from them to you, things that they may not be saying to you out loud, but wish they could. Those will be from their heart space, of course. We'll get tiles, charms, and astrology dice to get more information out later on. And then as always, I'll close our reading off with a message just for you later on. We will also be doing an extended reading today on what is coming next with your person, what their overall intentions are towards you. So if you find that this is really resonating with you here today and you want to know more, you're welcome to join for that extended. You can find it on my Patreon or click the link in the description box or the pinned comment for direct access. So let's get into it, you guys. I'm so excited to be here with you today. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a really good energy from this reading already, like before we've even fully gotten started. As I was pulling cards for us, I just had really warm sensations come over me. So I feel like today is going to be a good reading. I'm excited for it. One other thing I wanted to note is that I got a lot more cards out than I was intending. And when a card comes out and I feel like it was meant to be a part of the reading, I don't deny it or, put it back just to make everything fit in the spread, which is why these 3 cards here are stacked because I ran out of space. More cards wanted to come out than what I had space for. So I think your person has a lot of emotions for you. They think about you a lot, and it's almost like the amount of energy they have towards you cannot be contained or confined. That's a message in and of itself. It's like there's a lot more than I'm probably even going to be able to get out in our reading here today. So let's get into it. Let me introduce you to all of the cards. We have 8th house, except that it's complicated. Shout out to my fellow Scorpios out there. We might have Scorpios in the audience here today. Sun, moon, or rising signs. Scorpio rules the 8th house. That's why I'm bringing it up. We also have Mercury, dive into the details. Earth, stay grounded. The bee, camel, and buffalo. We have Gnosis, the maiden, the temple, and the judge. And then we have moon called, meant to be, moon rising, truth, moon memories, the past. Okay, so there's going to be a lot to unpack here today. Like I noted, somebody may have Scorpio placements, more specifically your person could as well, but this is their thoughts and feelings about you. So you could have Scorpio placements. You could also have significant Virgo or Gemini placements. Both of those are ruled by Mercury. You could have Earth placements in your chart. We also have air, fire, and earth. So I guess there's a lot of diversity here with the energies and the zodiac signs, but those could be indicators for you. One thing I actually really want to touch on with you guys is this card right here and this symbol. I've used it in the past for readings, I believe, and when I'm texting people that I'm close with, I use this emoji a lot to represent divine connectedness. It's just something that I do because to me, this emoji, I don't even know what to call it. It's like the grid emoji represents the interconnectedness of all, which is why I use that symbol with people that are close to me, because they kind of know that's what I mean by it when I send it to them. Like a good example would be one of my best friends that we've known each other forever at this point. You know, we're always in sync with one another. In fact, right now, while I'm thinking about her, I can almost guarantee she's picking up on that and she knows, and we'll talk later today and say, were you thinking about me at whatever time it is I'm filming? And I'll say, yep, you bet, you know it. I send that symbol to her a lot because we're always doing that. Where I'll think of her and she'll call me, or she'll send me a text, and vice versa. Or I'll, you know, have this gut feeling she's in a bad mood or she's going through something, and then later that day I'll confirm that yes, I was picking up on her energy. So long story short, what I'm getting at here, because we have dive into the details with Mercury, planet of communication and intellectualization, is that your person feels like you are deeply connected. You're a very deep person. In fact, you're very complex. You're very complicated. And they've come to accept and love this about you, okay? You do read between the lines. You do dive deep into the details. You're not a surface level person. When you converse with people, you're more than likely a type of person that wants to have deep intellectualizing or intellectually stimulating conversations. You know, not that you can't ever talk about the weather or what you had for dinner last week, but you like to get to the meat of it. I'm feeling like I need to say, you're like, why are we here? What are your spiritual beliefs? Why, you know, why is this your favorite song? Like, you want to know the details. You want to know the depth of people. You're really interested in maybe having philosophical conversations. You really want to know, you know, why we exist, why we're here. Like, you're asking these deep questions that not everybody does. And your person might not be the same as you, but nonetheless, they love this about you. They really do love that about you, and they've come to accept that you're complicated. You're a very complex person, and I think they love and appreciate that about you, even if they're not the same way, okay? I love that this was our first card coming out, because it kind of set the tone for the rest of the reading, where it's like, you're a very complicated person. This could be a very complicated type of connection or relationship, and maybe it wasn't always easy for your person to accept that, but now when they think about you, they think about who you are, it's like they do accept that. They accept that you're complicated. They accept that this connection isn't going to be a superficial, surface level type of connection. They're going to have to dive deep within themselves if they want you to stick around, because I don't think that you're as interested in superficial connections as maybe this person might be. And I don't mean it in like an offensive way. You know, we all need lighthearted conversation here or there. If every single conversation everybody had ever was only about like the deep meanings of life and stuff like that, things would get very serious very, very fast. Sometimes it's nice to talk about the weather and what you had for lunch last week, okay? So I don't mean it in like an offensive way. I just feel like you are this very, very deep and complex person, and your person loves that about you. They accept that about you. It's just part of who they view you to be. You're very smart also. They feel like you're very smart. You probably pick up on patterns quite easily. You do read you read between the lines. You have insight that many people do not have, and they appreciate that about you. They feel like you're very, very smart. Okay. Now, one thing that's coming through is that sometimes your person feels as though you need to stay grounded. Again, because you're very complicated. Like your mind is always all over the place, you know, thinking about this, that, and the other, trying to, you know, get deep into the details and figure things out. Sometimes your person feels like it would be good if you just came back down to earth for a little while and grounded yourself in your body, like in the 3D, and enjoyed your life and living your life, not always needing to figure things out or analyze things. And because this card right here talks about a balance, you know. What are the quotes it uses? Hold up a second. Let me pull it out because I don't want to misquote it. Hold up. 2 seconds, you guys. 2 seconds. Okay. Where is it? Is it the last card? No. 2 seconds. I know it's been more than 2 seconds. Okay. Yes, we have grounded yet heavenly, practical yet spiritual. Okay, so 2 opposing types of energies and having a balance between the 2 realities, right? They would like to see you ground yourself a little bit more. They feel like you're already spiritual. You're already, you kind of have your eyes towards God, towards the heavens. But they feel like it would be good for you to have a balance between like your upper 3 chakras and your lower 3 chakras, right? Find a good mid-haven, a good middle ground. And that's actually coming up here with the temple as well, and the balance with the camel here. This talks about balancing 2 opposing elements of water and fire. This card reminds me of yin-yang energy. And then we have that represented up here in a way too with the judge. I think your person just wishes that you had more of a balance to you. Maybe they feel like that's one way the 2 of you complement each other. You could be very different with your spiritual or religious beliefs. You might be very different with the way you enjoy living your lives. Like this person may be a more lighthearted person. They don't really dive into the details of things. They kind of just they like living their life, going with the flow, day-to-day living. They don't really think about the meaning of life or what their spiritual beliefs are. They like the contrast between the 2 of you, and they do feel like there's a good balance going on. Like you balance each other out really well. They like that about you. I do believe you probably have opinions on your spiritual and religious beliefs. Very, very strong opinions with the temple coming out here, because they at least feel as though that's very important to you. They also feel like you enjoy living a pure type of lifestyle, okay, with these 2 coming out together, the maiden and the temple. That's telling me that there is just this natural purity to you. You might be very good-hearted by nature. Maybe there is like an innocence to you that this person doesn't see very often in the world. They do feel like all in all, you have a very pure heart. You do have a pure spirit to you. You want good in the world. I just heard activism. So some of you watching might do something like some sort of charity work, or you like helping people. You might volunteer. That could be very important to you. I just saw the image of a globe, and we do have a globe down here as well. So you might be doing something for the environment. Like you might like planting, what are those? I forgot the technical name for them. Those like natural plant gardens that attract like natural insects from your area. I know there's a technical term for them. It's like it's like local plants that grow naturally like in the wild around you that attract butterflies, bees, hummingbirds, whatever it is. You might like to plant gardens like that around your community to attract more pollinators, doing something for the planet. You might like picking up trash by the side of the road or by the ocean or by parks and whatnot. There's something about you where it's like you have a pure heart and you like helping the earth. You like helping other people. Even if you don't actively volunteer, you do what you can to contribute in a way. Does that make sense? They like this about you. They do genuinely feel like you have knowledge and deeper knowing than the average person does. You see connectedness everywhere you go, and you do naturally have like a light spirit, a light heart. And this natural glow to you where you do have a pure spirit to you. And it's very much genuine. Your person feels as though you're genuine. This isn't faked or forced for attention. You just are naturally a very pure-hearted person, and they love that about you. I keep hearing though that they sometimes feel like you forget that you're in a body, like you forget that you're here on earth to have earthly experiences as well. It's almost like you're so focused on the afterlife in a way that this person feels like you forget that you're living life right now. There's a need for balance here. It's very interesting. They also believe that this connection is fate, and you've helped them to unpack truths from their past. So maybe they've gone through difficult experiences in past relationships or connections. or just in their life in general. Maybe they've gone through some very difficult things, and because you are so focused on the details, and you're really good at providing insight towards things, you've helped them to unpack a lot from their past and see truths that they did not see on their own. They feel like you're very smart, you're very insightful, and they love that about you, and you've helped them in their own life just by being who you are and having the type of mind you have. So they appreciate that. Let's dive into the tarot now, though. Let's get into the tarot. And if you are still with me and the reading is resonating, I'd love it if you would hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. We'd love to have you join our beautiful community over here. Okay, let's get to the tarot. Which deck? Which deck? We're going to do the one on the bottom of my stack. All right, so talk to me more about this person's thoughts and feelings about the viewer. Hold up a second. There we go. I'm not surprised Judgment came out. We also have the World. You're always moving. You're always moving, and you're always trying to right some sort of wrong in the world. That already came out, but we have the Ten of Wands and Justice coming out as well. I think you pray a lot. I think that you might receive some sort of divine guidance or communication, and if that's the case, you're probably very vocal about that. You don't hide it or keep it to yourself. You're probably also very open about your spiritual and religious beliefs. Like you don't keep it to yourself. Not necessarily like you're out there trying to convert everybody you see, but it's like a part of your reality. It's a part of who you are, and you're not hiding that from people. You're very open about it. And I think you're always out there trying to right some sort of wrong. If you see injustice in the world, you'll stand up for it. If you see something within yourself that needs to change, you fix it, you heal it, you put in that work. And you're probably that way about other people in your life as well. Like if you see your person struggling with something or hurting over something, you'll speak up about it. You want to help them fix it. You want to help bring justice to the situation and end that cycle, right? You're very focused on making this world a better place in whatever way you can, whether that's in a relationship with them or somebody else in your life or within yourself or within the community. Like whatever way you can help bring good into this world, you try to do that. At least this is your person's perspective, okay? You may or may not agree. Okay, you have a very difficult time resting and relaxing because you have goals, you have aspirations, you have things you're working towards. You might get restless, okay, because you're like bored or you don't like sitting still, but because you feel like there's always something to do, there's always something to take care of, there's always something to go after, a goal you need to chase. From your person's point of view, you have a hard time just like resting, relaxing, chilling, unwinding. Like you always have something going on within you. Like you want to be doing something, changing something, going after a goal. And I think that this person is really excited about you. This could be your current partner, somebody you're dating right now actively, or they at least hope to get to that point with you. The Two of Cups, I just saw the image of 222 when I started talking about this card. They feel like with you, they have balance, they have harmony. There's contrast between the two of you, but it's complementary. They could see you being the one, somebody that they could spend their lifetime with. And they really have a lot of respect for you. If the two of you have had like intimate moments, okay, the passion is something they also are really excited about. I'm not going to elaborate on that too much, but with the Knight of Wands coming out next to the Two of Cups, I feel like your chemistry is really strong as well. Like they really like the chemistry that they feel with you. I would say this person really does respect you a lot as a person. They don't have a whole lot of negative things to say about you. In fact, they feel like you're a bit of a perfectionist, and that might be one of the only things they have negative to say about you, is that they feel like you're like, in a way, trying to be a very angelic type of being, but you're also human, and sometimes you forget that, that you don't always have to be perfect 24/7, okay? All right, let's see, what should we do next? Let me move some things around here, you guys. Hold up. This just popped out when I was moving this deck, the Ace of Pentacles. I'm gonna set that to the side because we're gonna chat about that in the extended. And I was thinking about when I'm doing the extended as I was moving the decks around. So, you know, that happened. It happened for a reason. So we're going to do tiles, charms, astro dice, and then we're going to get to channeled messages next. This gets a little noisy. If that bothers you, you're welcome to turn the volume down. You may see specific zodiac placements in your chart or theirs. If anybody would like to comment what comes out for us here today below for the collective, you're the best. I thank you for doing that in case people don't want to take notes. We have Cancer, Neptune, and Mercury. Leo, Mars, and Mars. So double notes of Leo, Mars. Maybe both of you are Leo, Mars. We have Leo again with Neptune and Venus. So you or your person could have strong Leo placements in your chart. And last but not least, we have Leo again. Leo, South Node, and Uranus. Lots of Leo placements. Leo energy could be important. Wow, all letters. Oh my gosh, okay. Got a lot of stuff out. Okay. Pause. I think your person wishes you would pause a little bit more. Is this an E? Did we have E's come out at all? Hold on. No, but still, it's making me think of pause. We have P-A-U-S-N, A-D, A, M, F, and T. So you might see important initials, names come out. You're welcome to pause if you need a minute. We have a daisy. We have a red heart, a pink bow, Saturn. I think this is like the third or fourth time Saturn's come out in my readings recently. And we also have a feather. I feel like healing karmic issues is important to you. Maybe you've healed a lot of karma or wounds because of this connection as well. Maybe your person has also. Oh, we also have a foot here. Okay, I just heard I will follow you. This person kind of feels like you lead the connection, like you're leading the way. And we did have the Emperor come out, which is divine masculine energy. So you may have very strong divine masculine energy. Everybody has both divine masculine and divine feminine, but maybe you have a very strong divine masculine energy to you. To me, this is all adding up to your person feeling the divine connection between the two of you. Something within your last Saturn return may have changed your course. I just heard it maybe made you walk in a new direction. Some of you may have gone through divorce, breakup, big life changes. Maybe you had an awakening. It could be that maybe your life changed in a major way during your Saturn return, led you to each other, or led you to eventually meet this person, or something along those lines. Okay, let's get to channeled messages next. Oh no, I dropped the letter. That's okay. I'll pick it up later. All right, hold up. I gotta... All right, there we go. I'm feeling like I just want to use my handmade deck today for some reason, so I'm going to honor that. Okay. Are you ready for it? Everything reminds me of you. We will be together one day. This will shock you. Okay. Also seeing fire sign. There's more notes of Leo energy possibly being significant here, or Aries or Sagittarius. I've let past relationship scars influence our relationship. not shocked. It seems like this connection has changed your connection quite a bit. Or I mean, it has changed your person quite a bit. There we go. I phrased it correctly. Okay. I hide my feelings because I'm scared. Maybe your person is actively learning how to be more emotionally open because of this connection. Okay. Maybe they had emotional wounds. That could be the scars we're talking about here. Your person is healing at this time. I'm going to go ahead and pack up and get you a couple of personal messages now before we hop into our extended reading. These next two messages don't have to relate to this person or this connection. These are meant to be just for you. So take it as it resonates. To feel better is the root of every desire. For us to feel better is the only reason any one of us wants anything. If you had only one goal and that was to feel good, you would live life successfully and happily and in a way of fulfilling your life's purpose ever after. Wow. And then your affirmation is, today I am powerful. Today I know that I have the power and wisdom to accomplish everything I choose to do. And I invite you to affirm that with me down below in the comments if you would like to. I'm going to go ahead and pack up and get ready for our extended reading, you guys. I certainly would love it if you joined us over there. But if you're leaving me here today, I want to thank you again for being a part of the channel, for being a part of this reading. And I hope you have a blessed rest of your day or night. Bye for now.